I'm here at a BYD 4S store today to see if the 2026 Seagull model has been launched. Let's say my budget is 670,000 to 780,000 yuan, and I'm looking for a compact and agile city car at a reasonable price. This car is definitely within my consideration, right? So, what are the changes between the 2026 model and the previous one? Let's take a look. The car on display is the lowest version, the 305 km range, Vitality Edition. Compared to the previous model, the range is the same, 305 km and 405 km, but the price is only 100 yuan more. What's the difference for most people? Let's take a look. Why is only the low-end model on display? I asked the salesperson, and they said the mid to high-end models are all sold out, so only the low-end model is shown here. First of all, the exterior design remains basically unchanged. The low-end model has a few unique features, such as halogen headlights. If you see a Peugeot with halogen headlights on the road, it's definitely a low-end model. Starting with the Peugeot 305 and higher trims, all models come standard with LED headlights. So, you can differentiate between the high and low trims in terms of lighting. Also, the low-end models have higher spec wheels. I think for a budget of 60,000 to 70,000 yuan for a commuter car, the requirements for these features are probably not too high, just enough is fine, right? As for the overall design, it looks quite stylish, the parking space is relatively simple and clean, and the trunk space is sufficient for daily use. Don't expect too much from the trunk, that would be excessive for 60,000 to 70,000 yuan. The trunk space is okay for daily use, you can see the storage capacity is okay. Folding down the rear seat backs further increases the trunk's expandability. For a small car like this, I think the size is already quite good. But this time, the focus is actually on some changes in the interior features. Let's take a look. The biggest change inside the car is the larger screen size, it's now standard at 12.8 inches, whereas it was only available on higher trims. It also features a 360-degree panoramic camera, a rare feature for a pure electric vehicle costing 670,000 yuan. This saves the hassle of aftermarket modifications. In the lower area, there are some small physical buttons, from the start switch to driving mode selection and regenerative braking, etc. However, there's a separate switch for automatic hold. I think this one is actually used more frequently. I'd recommend using the physical volume control instead. Besides the larger screen and 360-degree camera, there's also automatic climate control. This kind of car doesn't require me to constantly adjust the controls, right? It maintains a constant temperature, and the driver's seat and windows have added one touch-up, down functionality, features not available on the previous low-end models. There's also a feature particularly helpful for taller drivers, height-adjustable driver's seat. Although it's a manual transmission, it has height adjustment, but this car might suit drivers of different heights. Therefore, I suggest you buy a higher trim level, like the 305 Freedom or the 405 Ease. Why? Because with height adjustment, the steering wheel becomes four-way adjustable, and there's also power-adjustable driver's seat and heated front seats. The features offered in this model are definitely high enough. So, how do you choose between the high-end 305 and the low-end 405? The main difference lies in the driver assistance features. If, for example, you frequently drive on ring roads and highways, you might need a set of driver assistance features. Choosing the Peugeot 305 Freedom Edition is fine. Like me, you mainly use it for city commuting, prioritizing range and not having high demands for driver assistance. The Peugeot 305 Freedom Edition is definitely suitable, right? Including daily use features, I think, you spend 780,000 yuan for over 400 kilometers of range, plus heated front seats, four-way adjustable steering wheel, and a 360-degree surround view camera. Think about it, which car offers that? Almost none. So, within the 100,000 to 780,000 yuan price range, this car is a very suitable choice for city commuting. Don't let its small size fool you, I just sat in the back, and even at my height, there's still about a fist's worth of legroom and ample headroom. So, this car is indeed a very suitable choice for city commuting, and it's also fine for carrying one person in your family for occasional short trips, right? You certainly don't expect this car to be used for long distances. So its compact size makes it perfect for city parking, and it's convenient and flexible. As I mentioned, I prioritize range, so the 405 km version is definitely suitable. But if you want something higher, with longer range and driver assistance features, the top-of-the-line model is also fine. It even includes wireless phone charging, etc. So this car is indeed very suitable for city commuting in the 780,000 yuan price range. And now we have various national subsidies, right? The on-road price is around 800,000 yuan, so for those with a limited budget looking for a commuter car, this one is quite suitable. Okay, that's all for our 2026 Seagull test drive. If you want to know which new cars you'd like to see, leave a comment below. Contact me if you have any cars